Hey. Oh, shit. What up? Dude, why's that happening? Nasty. Oh, shit. What up? Alright, 1 sec. That shit was lagging for a minute. That's what I get for trying to run isotope in machine. I was working on this. I don't know if I like it. Well, I definitely, the drums are a little. What's everybody doing? Who's got beats in the queue? I know King Fire Guy's up first. I made something that turned out real dance hall-y too. I don't know if it's like good or shitty though. Let me play it real quick. What up, Gift? Spagdophilis Germain just started. What up? I'm ready, Joel, I think. Alright. Yeah, so I started something and then I guess it like turned into some dance hall shit. Let's see. I already know it's like a fucking Kia commercial. So you believe I'm gonna sell this beat to Kia? To sell some cars? Sell some something? Ah shit, where's my water at? Bobby Diesel, do I ever consider getting on Rhythm Roulette? I mean, I would do it. There's no way they would ever ask me though. This album. Just you wait. Alright. Enough of this. King of Fire Guy's here. He's number one. Let me load up the bombs. And we scrape. Hold on 1 second. Oh no, we good. Alright. Let me grab my water real quick. Do a test run. Yeah, I mean, who could ever be in control of what you're making? Sometimes you start something and that's how it turns out. Alright. So first up, it's John Concoctor, aka King of Fire Guy. Let's see what the deal is. If you submitted in the past, it stays in contention until I stream. And if it doesn't get picked, then you have to submit again. Whoever's just asking, I know it's late. Can you still submit? Yes, you can submit, but it'll just be for next time. But, yeah. Alright, let's see what you got. Mix is a little off. Chords are a little corny. It's like a J. Cole mixtape beat. for though. I tell her, whoa, no, so no, and I be on. The reverb's a little cheap sounding. Might be just a little too fast. Shout out Ace Productions. Oh shit, it is a little quiet. How did that happen? My bad. That synth I'm not huge on. I think the drums are just a little low quality in general. The vocals are a little goofy. I really don't like the arpeggiated synth thing in the background. Shelly calling you out for the NSYNC. So I think there's something nice in there. I think some of the individual sounds are a little like low rent sounding. Like the snare. Really, most of the drums you could probably give a bit of upgrade to for sure. The hi-hat, maybe just a little slower might work better. The vocal sample sounded a little goofy. Like overall, the whole idea wasn't terrible, but I think the execution of all the little parts is what made it not as good as it could be maybe. So, especially that one like rhythmic pattern synth, not big on that. But I think you could definitely shape that into something. Ox Beats, why'd you send me something that's deleted? Why you gotta do that? Why? Alright, next up. Oh, Kevin, top 3, wow. And Danny Provolone, wow. This lineup, a lot of people have been around forever. Alright, so this is Kevin Keegan featuring Drake type beat. It really does sound like Keegan music. It might just straight up be Keegan music. I don't know why you would send me Keegan music. I'm just bracing for something weird to come in, knowing who it's from. How do you know if you made the stream? If you go look on your submissions on the website, it should tell you. Or if you go look at the queue, you'll see yourself in it. There was no twist in that. I thought something weird was going to happen. Surprised the hell out of me for submitting something without weird voices in it. So yeah, like 8-bit is hard to do in a good way. It sounds like you knew that was Keegan sounding music. So yeah, not a huge fan of Keegan music. At least like all the melodies and stuff were correct. But I don't know. You got the Keegan music right on the nose, so not a good thing. But next is Danny Provolone. Here we go. He wanted to be back on. He made it back on. Not everyday meme, Kevin. Hey, I mean, your composition was pretty solid. Outsider just straight up sounding like Sega Genesis music. Good shit. Alright. Ooh, I like these drums. He said if this doesn't get picked, I'm going to shit in 3 boxes and send them to Sandurz, Captain, and Kevin. But don't sweat. You don't got to hit the UPS store just yet. You got picked. It's nice. I haven't got to look at his profile picture in a while. So here you go. Oh, they're all round now. Classic. And then he said, "Proof Sandurz doesn't believe in God." This is nice.
Fuck, I'm out of ideas. Let's see. I know. Sandurz is gay. Haha.
What was that? Wow. That might have been my favorite Danny Provolone beat thus far. Shout out Danny Provolone. He made it on to a roaring success. That's a glorious return if I've ever seen one. I don't know why I'm being so hyperbolic. That was nice. That was nice. All right. Next is AB Ice of Fat something. What did I think that was at first? Mix on this could use some work for sure. The drums are too low. You could EQ the sample some. Take a little bit of the edge off. The drums are really not sitting very well, but I like the concept overall. Sample's way too loud, I agree. Yes, it's me, alright. You can submit at beatbreakdown.net. Someone said it sounds a little like Ninth Wonder. I could hear that a little bit. That was nice. I think the mix could help that a lot. Overall, I like the feel. How you got like the kind of 3/4 in the sample, triplet, whatever, against the main shit. So I'm into that. But the drums were super weak. Just turning them up would help a lot. But maybe some more layering or swapping out the samples as well. As well as you can EQ some of the sample, maybe take off some of the high end, sidechain a little bit to the drums, make some room that way. All right, next is Diaby. Enter the Dojo, Volume 2. Let's hear this. Too much kick, I would say. Just too many kicks. No, Noah Perez. I only read whenever everyone but you types. Gino. Let me help you out, Gino. Collar's bugging you. Let me help you out. Let me tuck it in. I bet you'll really like this. Oh, yeah. That's good. The mix on this, I'm not getting much besides drums. It's a little unbalanced. The drums are cutting through nice, but the kick's a little too much. And there's too many of them. Kick is like super intense. There's just not enough else happening. outside of the drums, outside of like the filter sweeps and the goofy sounds and stuff. So I feel like you could just do more, as well as swapping out the kick. EQ is kind of wonky, says John. Kick a little weak. Well, yeah. So the kick is a little weak, even though it sounds like super intense. It's got way too much like high end, and it's just like this weird boxy sound instead of a nice rounder low end type thing. So, what up, Uncle Camuel? Knock off Jalil Beats, but has potential. Where's the Big Pimpin' breakdown at? It's coming. Supposed to film. Couldn't talk properly. I had to push it back a little bit, but that's fine. Y'all see that article about Pimp C and Big Pimpin' and all that? That shit was how he didn't want to go to Trinidad or wherever to film the video. All right, Grand Rig. High Flown says, "Shit's whack. Just say it." Grand Riggedy, stay with the indie girl samples. Woody Allen type beat. If someone were to rap on this, they would be blessed with a lifetime of shows at private schools in upstate New York, small liberal arts colleges throughout Northern and Southern California, playing every spring festival at every sub 5,000 undergraduate class school with worthless degrees. Compared to a lot of your other drums, I like these a lot more. I feel like you could layer them a bit more to get a little bit more clarity, since the main break's so dirty. And not in a good way, just like so low quality. It's missing out on a lot of stuff. Not huge on the vocals. The other sample part is nice. But as far as like Grand Riggedy Beat sampling indie female singers, that's one of my more well-liked ones. The drums are kind of a step in the right direction, but they were a bit too lo-fi to like be nice. So yeah. All right, that was Grand Riggedy. Shout out to him. What Isaac? What do you want to ask? All right. Abby, let's see. Someone said, "This song gets me lost in the sauce." On SoundCloud. Too fast, and the sounds are all real goofy sounding. God damn it, Isaac. Go home. Alright, those synths are nasty. The sample's kind of cool, kind of, with all the weird extra sound effects going on top of it. So if you were building up on top of that and going in a different direction, I might be more apt to like it. But in this case, yeah, just for that like weird brass saw synth, you get one of those. Alright, next up is Rowski Music, Hitting Stains. What a name. Sandy, please tell Kevin he has a nice shirt. No. These chords are super goofy. As are these sounds. Pretty much everything. Like the weird xylophone. I'm pretty sure this was the background music to, what was that game I had? The Incredible Machine 2, where you built contraptions and on like Windows 98. That was in the menu for that. This part's a little better, but the drums are just too basic, and there's not enough else going on for me to be big on. So, especially the chords and that bass, like marimba sound, were really not great. So, to just have that be the only other thing with the drums, not big on it. Alright, next up is
Now you know your ass is Willie when they got you in the mag for like half a billy, and your ass ain't Lily White. That mean that shit you write must be.
This acapella better drop off or it's about to get bombed.
It's both. I don't mean to boast, but damn if I don't brag, you crackers gon' act like I ain't on their ass. The rhyme with the real shit you get when you bust down my lines.
Kick sounds nasty. Sorry about that. Gotta skip it. It's got the acapella. I can't hear the beat. Alright, next up is Andrew. And it's a private track. So we continue. Done. Alright, next up is Triple AAA. So 9 A's. AAA. This is gonna be. Sounds like some Diplomat shit. Now it sounds like Eminem B-sides. That's been a theme lately. Why you got the shaker all the way over here in the left channel? Boo. Boo to that. Alright. I don't know what. I thought that was going to sound like Welcome to New York City at first, and then it didn't. And so a hard panning, a shaker, not great. You only had 3 jump sounds, and they were offbeat from the samples. So tighten those up. But I don't know. It's just not a great concept. Not huge on where that was going in general, even if it had been on beat. On the not a, I don't know, not that good to me. Young Bosnia. This is about to be super. Why do you have one Jackson snare panned hard left? This is so dramatic. The drums are buried. That reverb you got on the clap is not good. London on the track type beat, Kitty type beat. Generic as fuck, says Charles. Everyone's shitting on this because it sounds so derivative. That clap is super ass. yeah, so that clap was really not good, for one. And two, like, I will say, except for the piano, your sounds weren't that bad in terms of sounding shitty, but they did sound super unoriginal because everyone uses those sounds. But it was just super, like, dramatic and super over the top. And granted, that's, like, kind of the genre, but it doesn't have to be that way. This is Any Beats. It's called The Parade. The art is a Christmas horse. I don't know what that means. What's this, like, castanet you got going on? There's some real rhythmic nastiness going on. There's too much. Your sample's too busy. You got to EQ out all that high end. I can't even tell what's going on. But I will say you need more with the sample. On top of just the sample and the drums, you need some bass, some more synth, something. Because that wasn't doing too much for me. And then yeah, there was just that weird kick, like that clicking sound the whole time was super annoying. And then whatever drums you were adding were clashing with whatever percussion sounds were happening in the other thing. So not huge on any of that. There was no like, and like just because you chop a sample up and you can get it to fit, if you're not building like some crazy texture or some dope melody out of it, it's like, why even bother at all? What up, Silence? Alright. Kevin, how dare you slander Sheldon? This is super traumatic. Is that Sade? Hella Sade samples. These chords are real weird. A lot of real unoriginal sounds going on right now. Snare's super quiet. Need more snare. That bass sound, that like bass synth sound, I don't know how well that really works here. A hi-hat, you could definitely use some more variation. Just turn it down, it's awful loud. Those chords, I don't know how well those chords work for everything. The vocals were like kind of cool, but at the same time, it seems kind of played out. But the drum programming was okay. Gift of God liked it a lot, but the mix was a little off. Could use more snare, less hi-hat, less of that bass. Turn down the detune on that, probably. We'll see. I like the name. The sample is bad. This bass is super out of tune too. Ever break down American Graffiti? The movie? Of course. That was super minimalist in a bad way. That kick was super out of tune, and that GLOCK sample was real lame. But next up, Elmo Mon Chéri. Let's hear this. Hey, hey. I've been a Hey. Ho, ho. Hootie and the Blowfish. As far as beats going for this vibe tonight, this is the one I like the most out of the night. That scream's pretty intense. Some of these percussion sounds are a bit goofy. Oof, oof, oof. That scream. Tubbing on the $20 bill. Tubbing on the $20 bill. $20 bill. That scream is ridiculous. What do y'all think about this? The hi-hats are something else. Beat so far isn't that bad. You know, yeah, this definitely isn't bomb-worthy. Because even though on the surface this might kind of be like, didn't you just complain about a beat that had nothing but drums and like 2 other sounds? Yeah, but if those sounds kind of work, start to work, then they work. That's not really up to me. So much it is up to the beat maker, the person who made the beat. That scream is super intense and really goofy. It's almost as bad as on The Joy that Watch the Throne bonus track with the but like way more amped up. So that might have been my favorite of your beats that you've sent so far. Hard to say, but definitely didn't hate it. I feel like there's more you could probably do, but not bad at all. Sample from Home Alone when they're in the church on Christmas. It's better be a Christmas beat. Hey. Shelly, you like that? That's right, you use those. You used those on Gold Kodo, didn't you, Shelly? All a little sugar. Honeysuckle land. Oh yeah, this is King Tut. I knew that was coming. I bought Tom Ford. Oh, Molly, I bought Tom Ford. Oh. This is super basic. Yeah, that bass is pretty farty. Those choirs are straight out of Home Alone. And the rest of that clap is pretty overdramatic. Hi-hat's kind of shrill. I don't know. I just don't think the choir sample is enough to go on, and the drums definitely aren't. So I think you gotta come at it from another angle. All right, this is Dollar Cat Mansion, the third beat they've made called Kumo. Let's hear it. There's something weird going on with the drums. Some of the beats are a little more put together than others, so the swing kind of shifts from beat to beat. Boxer kangaroos, what? You think I got a bot? What are you trying? The sample's kind of cool. This bass is really not. Yeah, really not big on that bass line. And the back and forth with the swing on the drums is just kind of disorienting to me. It never really settles into a pocket because it's kind of all over the place. So bass line you could work on, get those drums sorted out. And yeah, add some more synths and shit on top of there. Alright, next up is Kid Soul Beats. Kendrick Lamar type beat. We'll see. King Tut commented on this. What sample is this?
Is the sound of the music, just the beating of her heart, passions of love, like deep-rooted vine in the vineyard of my emotion.
Kangaroos, people submit on my website, and then if they get picked randomly, then I talk about them on the stream. Oh, we got impeached the president.
Kid Soul Beats.
So minus 1 million points off the bat for impeach the president. So that puts you at, I don't know, minus 1,000,004. Because you were already sitting kind of low for calling this shit Kendrick Lamar type beat. Yeah. Using those drums so flat out is just don't do it. Reconsider. And the sample was okay, but it didn't have any low end. So that's the kind of sample you play like piano on, bass on top of. I mean, it sounded like a Wet Dreams knockoff. And what makes Wet Dreams work is all the bass and all the other shit. So this one did not have that. Alright, next up is Kwama's Cooper. Just trying to make my own lane since it's my B-day. What the fuck? This is crazy. Some of these sounds are straight up nasty. Damn. I don't know if those sounds didn't sound like they were being played off of LG Chocolate. It might work a little better. That was just some weird, nasty distortion all around. But I did kind of like the feel, and I did kind of like some of the shit going on. But the mix is just too harsh. All the sounds are too harsh. But I like how you kind of went that direction. I think there could be something nice in there with the right treatment of the sounds. However, that was definitely not the right treatment. No ID1. People submitted all week, and I picked 30 at random. You can go submit right now for the next drawing at beatbreakdown.net. But no, you cannot submit for this stream tonight, but in the future, absolutely.
Now,
JR Beats. A boom bap sounding track. Let's hear it.
I remember this. This is an adventure. This is the memory. Younger generations, live in the moment.
Awfully long
Don't
intro.
get old. Don't judge people because you can't be free.
To even tag Pro Era. Samson, of course. Absolutely. These drums are a bit too intense for this sample, if you ask me. Lazy use of a known sample. That's a bombing around these parts. All right, next up, Kid Pharaoh. Whoa, we got King Tut and the Kid Pharaoh. Whoa. All right, let's hear how this goes. Yeah, the sample, the drums were kind of working, but the sample is what gave it that bomb. But they were super intense for that sample. They could work somewhere, but not there. There's some weird stuttering going on in the drums. Did you not quantize? I think the sample EQ could be a little. It's a weird like flat tone right now. That makes it kind of stand out from the drums. Why didn't you quantize? This needs to be quantized. Yeah, super generic drums. The chop, like, it was kind of cool chops, and it could maybe work. So it's not like an awful concept. There could just be a little bit more creativity. I don't know why the drums weren't quantized. That was like really fucking with my head. So quantize those. Maybe get some sounds that aren't so played out. And just figure out what to do to make it a little bit more your own sound instead of like a million other beats. So, alright. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I mean, he did it like that, so yeah, it's supposed to be like that, but it sounds bad, so. There's a time and a place to have your shit unquantized, and that's not the time. Denzel Curry type beat, apparently. intro is, this whole thing is super over the top. How long have I been live for? Since 8 o'clock. I don't got a bot. I'm surprised I let that play as long as I did. I just did not know where it was going. I don't even know. That was just too much for me. Look at this art. Ooh. This is super quiet. Why is this so quiet? Hey. I feel like this is going somewhere super generic, but we'll see. There it is. Weird ass key change. These chords were kind of cool, but why is this? This might be a joke. I don't know. This is 140 BPM untitled. I feel like that's the SoundCloud tempo these days. I don't know. I felt like those chords could have been nice, and then it went into like real weird key change territory, as well as just getting super, super generic and derivative. So, onward, upward, TYT beat. Why is he so dramatic? This is too intense. Oh no. Oh no. This is like a little too fast for this. This is trying to be some real like church J. Cole proto Jesus Walks type shit. Jacking off in a church type beat. Wanna be New Job is, baby. I like that someone commented on this. Wow, so cool. Can I beat you? Like a month ago. It's just a little bit too much. Like it's kind of, I don't know. Some of those chords are kind of nice, but I think it's a little too fast. The mix was a little off. I feel like things could have been balanced more. Nothing really seemed like it was coming from the same space or like the same sort of creative vibe. Like the drums were a bit too boomy for like that kind of piano, and then the organ was kind of switched up, but it was kind of nice. I think maybe slow down, it could be a little bit nicer. So Trap Beat with Bells by Michael for Corey, middle school lineman. I hope they go to regionals this year and get to go to Peter Piper Pizza. Ooh, this bass is not good. It's so quiet, but it's so bad. Sounds like you got something to learn about some music theory. So I keep working in private, perhaps. Take some piano lessons. Watch I don't know what. But yeah, melodically, so it seems like you get the drums on a basic level, but the melody shit. What up, Jack Say? Alright, this is Thug Box. This isn't like offensive, but it is kind of boring. Well, that's like kind of out of key. The bass is a little too much. The percussion's kind of sticks out in a weird way. Instead of like blending in and like really adding texture, it just kind of sticks out. But the bass is definitely a little too loud. Audio Phantom says sitting on the toilet type beat, I guess. Yeah, the like snare clap woodblock thing, not great. And there was like some weird musical clashes melody wise going on, so be on the lookout for
you
those.
Want gun eye?
No, this is Black and White.
Gun too hot for I. Then what the man want then I? Education for I and I.
That better not happen every time. No, I like K-Tronada. The bass is too loud. Everything's just too loud. This is like over compressed to shit. This is like smashed. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, good point, Concho. Like you can tell just by looking at it. That's too flat. You see all the It could be kind of nice if there was more to it, but it's just like way the fuck smashed out. So instead of like actually hitting and having impact, it's just like this drone in your ear, and so the bass gets blown out. Everything just gets blown out. Any and all possibilities of like sonic quality just gone. But the sample's kind of nice. Drum break not so much. It seemed like that's where a lot of the boom was coming from, but it was too hard to tell. Lay off on the master bus compression. This is nice enough. Nice and straightforward. It at least sounds good. Damn, Concho, good ear. Who was beat of the night? Hard to say. This one's up there as far as sounding good. Bobby Earth type beat. He doesn't make shit like this. I might, Gino. I just might. This is nice enough. I need more on top. Some more piano, some more synth, some shit, but It's a good freestyling beat. It's nice enough. But that's a wrap. That's the last one. That's a good one to end on. When am I streaming again? Probably Sunday. We'll see. Go ahead and submit again. If you submitted and did not get selected, you got to submit again. If you didn't get selected and that upsets you, sorry, it's luck of the draw. But that's how it goes. Shout out to everyone who submitted. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bullshitting in the chat. And that's a wrap. So I'll see y'all some other day. Probably Sunday, maybe Monday. Who knows? When have I ever told the truth?